All right, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Quadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom. All right, so this is GMS Precepts. Once again, my name is Nazar Qad, and pretty much I want to go into two articles that I found here about I'll just go into it. This is I got one article here on China and another article here on Russia. All right, now what they both want to do is biblical prophecy, man, and through the Spirit, Lord willing, I'll prove that with scriptures. All right, so the first article here I have is from the Sun. Okay, the Sun is a UK. It's a UK news company or whatever, and it says here, the title says, I'll put the link in the description. It says, "Game changer: China tests sub-launched nuclear missile that can strike America from thousands of miles away." Okay, so I'll just read a few points on this article, and then I'll move to the next one. All right, because what a lot of people don't realize is that a war is coming. All right, a war is coming to the shores of America. Matter of fact, let me get a third world war, and to be specific, a third world war is coming to America. Let me get that in Revelation, because Revelation speaks about that. Let me go to this is Revelation 9 and 12. It says, "A woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter." All right. Now, when you see the word war or woe here, it means destruction. Okay. Now it says one woe is past and two woes cometh hereafter. Now, what is that destruction talking about? That's speaking about the world war. Okay. You had World War I, which was in 18, and it lasted until 1921. Around that time, it might have been 1917 or 1918 or 1919 or 1921 or 23, around that time. Then you had World War III, which was from 1938 to like 1944, I believe, around that time, or 45. All right, that was two woes. That was two world wars. Then the third world war is coming soon, and that's why you see all these nations they're preparing for a third world war to take place. That's why it's like an arms race. You've got all these nations, they're building up their nuclear capabilities, and that's why America doesn't want these nations to build it up, because they basically want to be the only bullies on the block. All right, they want to be that only nation to have that, to wield that power. All right, why? Because they ultimately know that if these other nations are have nuclear capability and nuclear missiles, we're not the only threat, man. And they know America does so much fucked up shit throughout the world and throughout history. They know that these nations are gonna use their missiles, and guess what? That's what the Most High wants. It's the Most High. He's building up these small nations, these nations that were once considered weak, and he's building them up, and he's allowing them to have that nuclear capability. Why? Because nuclear missiles is what's going to bring this country down. It's what's going to bring the beast down. Okay? It's nuclear missiles is going to be used to bring down the nation of Edom. Okay? And it's going to destroy America. Right? So, once again, in Revelation 9 and 12, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Okay, now let me go back to the article in the Sun. Okay, it says, "Game changer: China tests sub-launch nuclear missile that can strike America from 1,000 miles away. Beijing is spending billions on creating a submarine force which is capable of wiping out American cities and military bases. Previously, its sea-launched nukes were not powerful enough to reach the U.S. mainland. China has successfully tested a submarine-launched missile that can unleash a nuclear holocaust anywhere in the United States, sources have revealed." Okay, and America, they're known for having a weak defense system. Okay, that's why I'm going to get the scripture in Ezekiel about the unwalled villages, but that's why in I believe it's Isaiah, it considers America The virgin. It calls America what? The virgin daughter of Babylon, meaning America has never been touched with any war. Okay, with any real war, because they want to say 9/11 was one would say, well, what happened with 9/11? That's when America got attacked from outside forces. What about Pearl Harbor? That's when America got touched by outside forces. But little do you know, that was all orchestrated, or that was things allowed to happen by your government. Okay, it's because what America in a way is protected of the way. The beast, which pretty much runs and controls America, that's considered, that's like it's a big business. America is a corporation, and America allows these other nations to continually make money. Okay, so in a way, America is protected in that sense, and that's why they have a weak defense system, because they know these other nations are not going to attack America. But guess what? That's all gonna change. Okay, that's all gonna change. So one would say another one is what, the Gulf of the Gulf of Tonkin. I can't get the. I believe it was a Gulf of Tonkin attack. Basically, it was the attack on the U.S. warship for America to be involved in the Vietnam War. That was another incident that was orchestrated. And matter of fact, you have certain news articles and news outlets that say that never even happened. They said a U.S. ship was attacked, but it never even happened. Lil Willing, in the post production, I'll put the article or a picture of it in the post production. But that situation was what? Another excuse. See, all these things are excuses to implement a goal that they want. Okay, like the Gulf of Tonkin situation, that was an incident to be involved in the Vietnam War. Pearl Harbor was an excuse to get involved in World War II. Okay, 9/11 was an excuse to implement the Patriot Act. All right, so all these things were orchestrated for. That's why they have the that's what they call order ab chaos, which is order out of chaos. They create a situation and provide the solution. They create a problem just to provide their end game or solution. All right, So America hasn't been touched. Okay, but they will get touched. It says the game-changing military fight tested the Julong 3 missile that will be deployed with the next generation of ballistic missile submarines, which are in the pipeline. The People's Liberation Army is developing a formidable submarine which can be used to nuke America. All right. It says Chinese authorities have denied the test, but a well-placed source within American military has confirmed to the diplomat the launch took place last month. Type 096 nuclear ballistic missile submarines remains under construction and is expected to begin sea trials in 3 years. Fuck that. And Lord willing, we not here for 3 years. Lord willing, they use that shit before the year's up, man. All right, because I know I can confidently speak for the elect. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We want this shit to happen sooner rather than later, man. Okay. And it's no coincidence that all these nations, they're building up, they're spending a lot of money into their military. I believe America is number one. Okay, China, Russia, all these nations, they're putting a lot of money into their military, man. It's either China or Russia. They're number one and two. Okay, and China is right behind them. All these nations, they're putting a lot of money into the military. So why would they be doing that? Okay, why would they do that? Why? Because they're preparing for something. So the next article I have here is from Breitbart. It says Russia announces military base in Venezuela. Okay, Russia announces military base in Venezuela, and that's eerily similar, and that's right next to America. Okay, and it's the closest. If That's very close and similar to the situation in Cuba about with the last Cold War. All right. Let me read. It says Venezuelan news agency citing the Russian state outlet TASS reported on Monday that the socialist dictatorship has agreed to allow Moscow to establish a military base on the island of La Orchila in the Caribbean Sea, the first such base since the end of the Cold War. You see, La Orchila is about 1,350 miles from Key West, Florida, and less than 1,000 miles from the American military base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, offering the Russian military close proximity to the United States. It says Venezuela's NTN24 quoted the Russian news agency stating the Russian government is seeking a base in Venezuela to place military aircraft within reach of key Western Hemisphere locations. The outlet also noted that in another Russian outlet media, Russian military expert Shamil Garayev claimed that Russia has a need for such a location. That way, our strategic bombers do not have to return to Russia every time. Okay, so that's pretty much I'm gonna read from this one. You know, these countries are setting up for what? They're setting up strategic areas. Russia is setting up a military base in strategic area, and why not? Why can't they do this? America has bases all over the world, man. Okay. Oh, but when another country wants to do that, oh, it's a problem. You see, America, they want to be the top nation on the planet Earth, but guess what? The Most High is raising up these other nations, to be that top superpower militarily as well. Okay. All right. So this is all work. What one has to realize, this is all work. This is all orchestrated by the Most High. The Most High is doing this. Okay. It tells you. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick before I get the main scripture I wanted. This is in Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21:1. It says the king's heart. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the kings of the earth are these nations. Okay, all right. The kings of the earth are these nations, and he's putting it in their mind to what? Put money into their military, put bases in strategic areas. Okay, he's putting it in their minds to what? To start war. All right, to pop off, because the Most High wants his third world war to start. Okay, he's putting it in the minds of the elites to do the things that they're doing as well. All right, so let me get that scripture in Ezekiel, and I'll close the show out. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 10. It says, Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. There you go. In the place of unwalled villages, okay, is what? America. Because it's known that America has the weakest defense system. Why? Because it doesn't have any use for it. These other nations know, in a way, America has been protected from that. All right. But guess what? That protection is about to cease. All right. And the defense system that America does have, it's outdated. Okay. It's highly outdated. I think they did a simulation. I read an article and I did a show on it a while back, how America, they did a simulation, okay, of their defense system, to test their defense system, and they couldn't stop. They stopped like 30% of the known attacks. Like, they simulated missiles being shot over here in America through their computer system, and their computer can only stop like 30% of the attacks. And this was known attacks. These were planned attacks. Like, all right, I'm gonna send a bomb here at 5:30. I'm gonna send certain bombs in this area at 5:30, and they were only able to stop 30% of those bombs. So what happens if there's a situation where it's not known to them? Okay? See, America's done. America's through, man. But let me continue. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 11. It says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, which is America. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely." Okay? Because America, you American people do not know war. Why? Because war is not, like, for instance, those people over there in the Middle East, they know war. They know death. Because they know the next day they wake up, a drone could fly over their fucking head and bomb them to smithereens, man. So they know war. They know death. America, you Americans, you dwell safely here. I read again. "I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates." Okay? To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. That's talking about America. Okay? It also said that are gathered out of the nations. They call what America the melting pot. Okay? So the Most High is going to allow these other nations to have an evil thought and to go into the land of unwalled villages, okay, and bomb this bitch, okay, and start war here, all right? Because ultimately America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, thus said the Bible, thus says prophecy. All right, so I'm going to end it on that. Until the next show, shalawam.